From all corners of the globe, incredible teams are heading towards one city with one shared passion for one big race. The Dubai Duty-Free SP20 Sailing League Regatta 2022. Following its successful 2021 launch, the second edition of the anticipated competition will see top teams battle it out for the thrilling sailing championship in the iconic city of Dubai. Last year was full of excitement in our first ever live broadcast from Dubai Offshore Sailing Club, thanks to the Dubai Duty Free's generous support. This year, the stakes are even higher. Fitness, techniques and endurance are put to the ultimate test in an inspiring journey. 24 teams from around the world with over 70 sailors will battle it out throughout 50 races for 4 spectacular days to be crowned champions of the Dubai Duty-Free SP20 Sailing League Regatta 2022. Follow all the action presented to you by Becky Britton and Helen Bulkley. Embark on a sensational ride at Dubai Offshore Sailing Club with a full day of broadcast live on YouTube. Join us from the 1st to the 4th of December 2022. Passionate about sailing in Dubai since 1974.
Well, as you can see, I've slightly moved location. The studio's over there, but look at this backdrop. We've got the boats just behind us here, and I am joined by Michael Schmidt, who is the Senior Vice President of Retail for Dubai Duty Free. Obviously, this is the Dubai Duty Free Sailing League Regatta. We are thrilled to have you here. How are you finding it being a guest and watching the racing so far?
Absolutely loving it. I mean, the weather is fantastic. The conditions couldn't be better. I'm a sailor myself, so I couldn't be happier to be here today. And of course, for Dubai Duty Free, for the second consecutive year to be the title sponsor, it's really a dream come true. And I think the format of the racing is very exciting. The races are quite short, about 13, 14 minutes each. There's 8 boats out on the water. It's a one design, the SP20, so the racing is very competitive because the boats are all the same, and it's really up to the skills and the strategy of the sailors. But I was lucky to get out on the start boat and to see it from the water, and just absolutely beautiful event. Loving it so far.
So I know you're loving it, but you just said you were a sailor. Would you be slightly happier competing and staying out on the water? It's very nice. I'm thrilled you're with me, don't get me wrong. So I'm sure he's very happy to be here, but doesn't it make you itching to get out there?
I'd love to be out there, but to be honest with you, it's much easier sitting over here. It takes real skill to be out there. I'm more of a leisure sailor. We do compete from time to time because I'm a member at DOSC as well. And I'm very fortunate to sail with one of the other members, Ramesh Sadambi, on his beautiful yacht, Rids. And so we sail quite often. We're quite active in the sailing scene. But for Dubai Duty Free to get involved and to sponsor an event such as this is an absolute pleasure. Really loving it.
And obviously you were involved last year. This is the second time that we've had you sponsoring this event, which is absolutely brilliant. It seems bigger this year. It seems better. What do you feel from Dubai Duty Free has made that happen?
Well, I think the first event was a real success. Not just the sailing, and of course I think 24 teams competing, 12 local teams, 12 international teams from 10 different countries around the world. I was having a look at the videos on YouTube, and I believe this event is also being covered live across the world. So a good spectatorship. And it's also the format of the race. It's quite close to the beach. So there's a lot of people watching from the beach, and it's just a real family event. We couldn't be happier, to be honest. You know, Dubai Duty Free sponsors a lot of events, both locally and internationally as well, from golf to horse racing. Of course, the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championships, which will be happening in February next year. And now to add the sailing league, the Dubai Duty Free Sailing League to that as well, it's fantastic. We're very happy to be here, promote the sports of sailing, promote the Dubai Offshore Sailing Club, and of course Dubai as the capital for leisure and sports in the region, you know. So it's great.
So sailing, horse racing, tennis, golf, they're amazing sports. What pulls you towards them? Do you have these discussions that are certain sports you want to cover? Is there a reason for you covering these sports?
Well, part of our brief is to promote Dubai as an emirate and the UAE and as a destination. And I think the more awareness we can create about Dubai and show them this amazing city, and just sitting here and looking at the backdrop and the skyline of Dubai, these amazing beaches and all the facilities that we have here, the more people that come to Dubai, the busier our airport gets, and the more people visit our shops. You know, we've got more than 40,000 square meters of retail space. We've recently opened a few new beautiful boutiques like Louis Vuitton and Christian Dior, to name just a few. And of course, we cater to all tastes and budgets. There's something for everybody. So if you do fly through Dubai to come and witness some of these events, do pass by Dubai Duty Free, visit our shops. There's definitely something for everybody.
Well, I have. I'm from the UK, and that was the other thing I was going to say about this lovely weather. Everyone keeps telling me this is quite cool for Dubai. I am absolutely boiling. But this is amazing weather here.
We're just going into the winter months now. It is completely lovely. But I've even come to love the summer months. The evenings are really cool. There's always something to do in Dubai, be it winter or summer. There's always some kind of event on. But the weather today is absolutely fantastic. I'm happy to see that the wind filled in a little bit. And when we were out there on the start boat, seeing all the boats jostle to get the start quite right, because in races like these, you've got to get the start absolutely right. You've got to get those spinnacle wastes correct, because the competition is so tight. But the conditions today is just perfect. Really loving it. And it's great to bring your family out here. I've got my wife and my 3-year-old son out here, and they're enjoying the beach and the facilities here at Dosk. The food is amazing. There's live entertainment. So it's just lovely here. It's a lovely day out.
It is really important, isn't it, that if you're maybe not necessarily involved in sailing, if you're not a sailor, that you can still get something from it. They're obviously just a stone's throw from the beach here. So will your wife and son actually be watching the racing, or do you think they'll be too busy playing and all the entertainment?
Well, he's quite busy in the jumping castle at the moment, but he's kept sending me some photos and videos of us going out in the boat and all the beautiful duty-free branding all over the place. But I mean, the dates as well, it's just fantastic. We're having a 4-day public holiday, a long weekend, because we're celebrating the 51st anniversary of the UAE. And just next month, Dubai Duty Free will celebrate their 39th anniversary. So if you're in the airport on the 18th, 19th, or 20th December, pass by the duty free shops. We'll have some great surprises for you over there. And we're celebrating our 39th anniversary.
I might need to delay my flight home, is what you're saying.
It'll be worth it, trust me.
And how have you managed to catch up with Ramesh? He was I introduced him at the press conference yesterday, and also for our opening ceremony, which was brilliant last night. The sailors were buzzing, and I think we could tell from when we opened it up this morning in the briefing, there was a real buzz in the air. Is both of you in agreement that you're finding it a good buzz here?
Absolutely loving it. I was here briefly last night and I saw Ramesh doing the opening ceremony. I was on the phone with him this morning. He told me it looked fantastic and I must enjoy the day today. He's on his way to Qatar to support the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup over there. But I believe he'll be back day after tomorrow and he'll be here for the closing ceremony again. Ramesh is a member here. I'm a member here. He introduced me to the sailing in the club. And also our Executive Vice Chairman, Mr. Colin McLaughlin, is really blessing this event, and he's very happy for us to sponsor this event as well.
Well, we're thrilled. How long do we have you here for, Michael?
I'm based here, so I'm here for the full 4 days. I'm looking forward to tonight and also for the closing ceremony, and I'll be spending most of my weekend here, definitely.
And why not? Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's a real pleasure to talk to you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the time here, and we'll just come and have a look to see what's going out on the water and go back to some live pictures.